Ladies, raise your hands if you want to be a bad bitch with the power pitch. Say it out loud. Fellas, raise your hands if you want to be a bad man with a master pitching plan. Well, you've come to the right place. My name is Precious Williams, and I'm the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And they affectionately call me the Killerpitchmaster. Do you want to know why? Because I will help you slay all competition. My question for you today is, are you the Toyota or the Rolls Royce of the industry? Now you're probably wondering, why does that matter? It matters a lot. Do you want to have everybody loving you, or do you want the right people to always book you, promote you? Who wants to be booked and busy? Oh, I'm sorry. Who wants to be #booked, busy, and paid as a speaker? Y'all already heard. You got to treat yourself as the Rolls Royce of the industry. How many of y'all like taking pictures with celebrities? Yes. What if you treated yourself like the celebrity? See, a Rolls Royce is the celebrity. So as you're taking pictures with others, I want you to treat yourself like, hey, they need pictures with me. But why am I asking that question? Well, again, I'm the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious, but I wasn't always here. I wasn't always on Times Square billboards. I wasn't always in movies and documentaries. I wasn't all these things. You see, I grew up in the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri. Anybody know the Show Me State? I grew up with a mother who didn't want me and nearly beat me to death 30 years ago. She treated me like the Toyota in the family, like I wasn't worth it. And y'all know Toyotas are nice. I ain't got no car, so I take. But what I'm saying is, 30 years ago, she nearly beat me to death at 12 years old, told me I would never be anything, told me I would never have a man, I would never have friends or anything like that. She treated me like I was nothing because I wasn't light-skinned, green-eyed. I don't know about y'all, but y'all know my name, but you don't know other people's names in my family. Why is that? Because I'm the Rolls Royce. And let me tell you something. 20 years ago, I got kicked out of Georgetown University Law Center. Did y'all hear me say Georgetown University Law Center? How many people do you know got kicked out of law school? Don't worry, I like Cat Williams, I'll wait. I don't know anybody who's been kicked out. I got kicked out, so embarrassed, so ashamed. I don't have worth. But I got a full scholarship to Rutgers School of Law. Had a nervous breakdown in 2004. They want a full scholarship. My donor didn't even give it up. He was like, you're going to do this. You're going to get out of here. I don't care what Georgetown did to you. You're going to make it through Rutgers. Not only did I make it through, after spending 3 months in a psych ward, I made it through as the #1 student attorney in my class. Now, but let's be clear. I had a 2.9 GPA, but guess what? Worked at Sullivan and Cromwell, clerked for a federal judge in the Southern District. Do you want to know why? Because I'm the Rolls Royce, not the Toyota people made me out to be. So everything's good, right? I'm having a law career, hated it. Y'all remember In Living Color? Hated it. But you know what? I left a man, my ex-fiance, in 2010. The reasons, we ain't got to go into all that, but he had to go. I put an ad on a dating website. Okay, it was Craigslist. Okay, but just give it 10, 11 years ago, y'all, please, 10, 11 years ago. And I met a very famous Hollywood actor. I know y'all want to know who he is, just know he's deceased. He inspired me. I was 327 pounds. How'd I get him? I'm the Rolls Royce at 327 pounds. Full-figure diva, plus-size fashionista. Do you hear me though? Got him. Couldn't find lingerie in my size. Now, I could have sat there and been like, man, I got to wear the moo-moos, I got to wear this and that. But I decided to change the game with curvy girls' lingerie. But my friends and family saw me as the Toyota, not the Rolls Royce. They didn't invest or anything. But you know what I did? I went to an event that I could not afford because I was broke as a joke, but I'm the Rolls Royce. And I pitched to the producers of MSNBC. My first pitch got me on national television. When I was on MSNBC, after 54 seconds of pitching, won $500,000 investment in my company. Are you the Toyota or the Rolls Royce? Now, we ain't gonna talk about the negative $400 that was in my bank account before I got that money. They told me to enter a pitch competition. I'm telling you, I'm the Killerpitchmaster. Out of 14 tries, I'm a 13-time national champion, beating Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Columbia, cool tech companies, international companies with a little bitty lingerie company. Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal, Forbes magazine, I was on all that. But I was internally feeling like a Toyota. I don't care what people put me on, I didn't feel good. So the reason why I'm coming out today about, are you the Toyota or the Rolls Royce? The love of my life died and I lost my mind, lost my will to live. drank out of control. This is after I was on Shark Tank. Got into it with my business partner. Lost everything. Eating out of garbage cans. Homeless. Alcoholic. People turned their back on me and said I'd never be here. Are you the Toyota or the Rolls Royce? Tried to take my life on my 38th birthday. Baby, I'm 42. Do you see God gives second chances? Do you hear me, though? Do you hear me, though? So I went to the Bowery Mission Women's Center from 2017 to 2018, a Christ-centered life transformation program. This year marks 3 years that I walked out. They told me I would never speak again, keep my high-paying job. F that job. I'm going to be the Killerpitchmaster again. 3 years ago, on September 1st, 2018, I walked out of homelessness. September 17th, yesterday, I graduated from the Bowery Mission Women's Center 3 years ago. My first speaking engagement was at a nonprofit. I'm thinking I'm just trying to get my game back. Do you know who they introduced me to? Viacom. Who did Viacom? In Style Magazine, Saturday Night Live. Now, mind you, I'm not supposed to be here, because by my own hands, I should be dead. The reason why I'm asking you, are you the Toyota or the Rolls Royce? Is because internally, I was always the Rolls Royce. I let other people tell me what I could not do. Do speakers get hired today? Yes. Do they do it virtually, physically, in any form? Yes, they do. You have to name your price. What are your rates? You put that forth. If you ask more now, you won't have to later. I'm not even booked, busy, and paid like I used to be. I'm booked and blissful. My funnel is full. When they said it couldn't be done, I did it again with God's grace and mercy. When I stand before you all, remember when you're standing with a celebrity, they're standing with you. They don't know who you are. Are you the Toyota or are you the Rolls Royce? Who are you? Are you the Toyota? Raise your hands if you're a Toyota. Although if somebody drove me, I would be in a Toyota. What? Or are you the Rolls Royce? I want to hear it. Are you the Toyota or the Rolls Royce? So finally, I don't know if I'm running out of time, but I'm going to say this. If you want to be a bad bitch with a power pitch, I know some of y'all clutch the pearls. Remember, who's your target market? I ain't for everybody, and neither are you. Your target market's going to find you, so find the tribe that fits your vibe. And if the government can buy my books, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for women entrepreneurs and speakers only, if Intuit QuickBook, Federal Reserve Bank, NBC Universal, all these companies bought my book, never cared about the title because the credentials are here. I'm a 13-time national champion. 2 of my books were reviewed by Forbes magazine, and no, I didn't pay for it. 2 on a billboard in Times Square. International professional speaker, corporate trainer for LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft. I could go on and on if y'all want me to. And finally, you're looking at someone who's hosting their own television show. Something I wanted to do since I was 5. So my question to all of you, are you the Toyota or the Rolls Royce of the industry? As a speaker, treat yourself like the Rolls Royce, whether you're your first time or it's your last. When this rapper Mulatto said, I'm going to show you how to ball when all odds are against you, I've been homeless, hungry, disrespected, abused, kicked to the curb, left for dead, and I'm still here. To all the people that tell you you can't do it, you can listen to them or you can listen to God within. In 3 years, I went from poor, broken, lonely, homeless, and an addict to being clean and sober, standing before you as a Rolls Royce when it comes to pitching. This is my lane. This is my zone of genius. When you pitch, when you put yourself out there, remember, you're the Rolls Royce. You don't have to accept everything. You have to make sure people respect your gangster. So again, my name is Precious Williams. I am the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And just like the sharks on Shark Tank said, watching me is like watching a master at their crafts. My books are in the back. If any one of you love my books, I have my triple threat book bundle, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for women entrepreneurs and speakers only, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the workbook, and Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches playbook to convert conversations into currency. So take your speaking pitch to the next level, and you'll be not only booked, busy, and paid, you'll be booked and blissful with a funnel that does not stop. Are you the Toyota or are you the Rolls Royce of the industry? Y'all give it up.